Hey guys, Cosmos TV here today, and we're gonna step away from the Let's Play for a day, and I'm gonna show you guys my Quckwire factory or Quickwire factory. So I have modularized everything, and I've started to convert the changeovers of the factory with the new conveyor lifts and bringing over the new resources and getting everything settled in. And maybe we'll do an update video here to kind of discuss what's going on and some of the changes, but I did bring my fuel over this way to change my generators, and I got rid of my coal. So all of my coal power is gone. Everything's now running off of turbo fuel. And I have to say that it is quite a substantial change, because the factory is the power generation is just so much more efficient. Currently I have 36 fuel generators here right now running off of this system, which doesn't even take up an entire oil node. So an entire oil node's taken up by 4 oil refineries. This one only uses 3, and currently making 3 compacted coal. So I thought about adding one more to each and getting that done. That would be half of my coal node and half my sulfur. So I've been debating on it, but I really don't need to. I could continue to add fuel generators right now because my power's just, I'm not even losing fuel, so I'm overproducing still. So I was able to add more fuel generators with less resource, so kind of crazy how much more efficient it is. I even sub-factoried down here to this. I do not have automated vehicles in this factory just yet. I want to, I just don't know what resource to do that with currently. So stand by for that. But an overview of the factory we won't do today because the factory is just too big, and that'll be another video. But I want to show you guys one of my sub-factories. It's actually the first sub-factory I did, and it was my way of making the most efficient use of an alternate recipe that I've actually found to date. It's the alternate Quickwire, which takes copper for copper and Quickwire, or a Quckwire to get smelted together to create Quickwire. And what that's done essentially has been almost tripling my Quickwire capacity. So I'm only tapped into one Quickwire node, or a Quckwire node. Jeez, I keep getting those confused, and I apologize. I'm only using one node. It is a pure node. It is a pure node and one copper node. So one copper, one Quckwire, and I overclocked the copper to 240. So that way we are able to be as efficient as we can be, because the pure copper's not down here in the bottom of the map. It's up here in the rocky desert, and there's one, I marked it somewhere. I'm not 100% sure. It's over this way somewhere. But I didn't bother tapping into it because I don't use any copper at all at this factory. Believe it or not, there's not one copper node that runs into this factory over here. This is all iron and coal. So we found this Quckwire node, which I'm sure most of you have found, and we've tapped this, and I run copper from a node under the base over here to this little sub-factory, and I was able to come up with this using the alternate Quckwire ore. So that recipe, I'm able to run 8 smelters off of the one pure node for, let me see my math. So this takes 45. Let me double check real quick. I think I may have overclocked this just slightly to keep up with my math. I wish I had my quick boots on, but I do not. Therefore, And I kind of wanted the scenic of the waterfall. I don't know, just aesthetically it was pleasing. I did not overclock this at all. Okay. To be honest, I'm not really sure how... Oh, okay, now I know why it works, and I'll explain why it works. Okay, so I have created this monster mini factory over here. No, I didn't wall anything in. I apologize. Don't get too upset. So they changed the numbers on this. Instead of it requiring 4, it requires 3 now for the update. So Caterium ingots a little better, but once it backs up, it works just fine. I really don't run out. And then this is where the copper runs into. So the copper runs in over here. And then I merge them all together and split them into 16 assemblers. Now, how was I able to do that? Well, I did run the numbers on this. This only requires 1 Caterium ingot, whereas it requires 2 copper ingots. And this creates the 12 Quickwire. So it's Quckwire, not Quickwire now. The alternate Quckwire. So this recipe turned out to be substantially incredible because I took this factory here from being able to only produce off of that with the 8 nodes itself, and actually I think they changed the numbers entirely. I'm gonna have to double check the math. Maybe the update kind of tweaked my numbers on this. I may have to overclock that just slightly to keep up now. However, instead of producing off of 1 pure node, I think that you were able to produce 600 Quickwire. This factory right here produces 1440 Quickwire currently. So let me take a quick peek to see what I got here. So let's see, if I wanted to do 8 machines, I would produce 8 constructors, 480 Quickwire. Okay, so with the alternate recipe, I'm able to produce, and I do need to overclock that miner now. So that miner needs to be at 360 a minute, and I only need the 240 per minute copper. So that's going to, this factory now produces 1440 instead of 480. So this is fully capable of handling this. I would like everybody to understand that this does work. But the only change that they had with this update was the Caterium change. So I will have to, and I can actually do it now to ensure that I don't have any problems once the factory starts running. So you will have to overclock this one to 360 now. Kind of unfortunate. I didn't have to overclock any of this prior to the update, but no big deal. I have plenty of shards, so it's not really that big a deal. So that's okay. There we go. Yeah, I only need to drop 1 in there. So now we can do that. That's going to continue to make sure that I produce at 100%. And the amount of wire that comes out of this thing's pretty awesome. What I did is, because the belts only hold 450, I split the machines down. So since I produce 440 or 1440 Quickwire at the moment, I was able to separate the machines, and I did the math, broke it down. 1440 divided by 16, and then divided that by 4. So 1440 divided by 4, this came out to be 360 Quickwire per every 4 machines, if not mistaken. Checking math. 90, yeah, 90, 180. So 180 and times 2 is 360. So I broke it down in 360s, and I did that so that way I didn't overload the belts, so I wasn't wasting resources. So I didn't want to add the other 90. I figured it was a lot cleaner this way, and my lines work just as effectively. This one currently feeds my supercomputer processor and high-speed processors, computers, everything back there that uses Quickwires run off of these 2 alone. That leaves me with another 720 Quickwire available for me to do as I need to do. And I just haven't decided how I want to expand this factory, how I wish to expand the computer production or any of that. And I've kind of been waiting on this current update that just came. So with this update, we just ran sulfur to the base, we just ran quartz back. So I'm trying to see what changes and what's more effective, especially with the fuel source updates, the fuel source changes, now that it might be more efficient for me to do the alternate recipe for plastic using fuel and rubber. Does that mean now that I can do the alternate computer recipe that's Quickwire computers? Because currently I don't do an alternate recipe on my computer. Don't be upset about that. I know some people will be pretty toasted about it. However, I run 3 manufacturers with computers right now pretty flawlessly, and I do not have any problems, which allows me to produce just one supercomputer manufacturer, which I don't see the need in really overproducing this stuff at the moment. A lot of people have these videos where they're doing like 30 supercomputers per minute, and honestly, if you do the math on that to make sure that factory is running 100% efficient, you either have to overclock everything you have, or you literally have to, and I'm pretty sure the math on 25 machines capable of, or like I think it's like 18 supercomputer machines, because it's like 1.8 or something per minute. To get that many machines requires you to tap literally every node on the map and devote it to that one resource, and that just doesn't seem very efficient to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Who knows? But currently, we're going to be tearing a lot of this down and redoing a lot now that we have every alternate recipe. So our Quickwire runs on this highway here, and it comes in and feeds everything to keep us 100% efficient. So we do currently have 100% efficiency across all of our production here at this factory. And like I said, these 3 right here are all computers. So my computer production is and has been 100% since I built it. High-speed connectors. So this is where you start eating a lot of this Quickwire. So this is 250 Quickwire alone right here. So you know, when you're doing this and you don't use this alternate recipe, it consumes a lot of Quickwire. Think, if I did just the one node, I would have 440. Now I can, geez, that's more than double. That's like 2.5 times more Quickwire than I would have had. So that is one of the most effective alternate recipes and best ways to use copper, since I use 0 copper anywhere else in this base currently. Everything else is either iron wire, and cables are also made with the wire I produce from iron wire. I have no reason to use copper in this factory at the moment. So I wanted to make use of it, and then when we found that recipe, I was like, I wonder how much more effective that is. And my goodness, you are able to go big. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick preview of the Quckwire factory. I have to say, if you guys aren't doing it, hopefully you start. And as you can see, we've got room for growth here. I haven't even tapped into this down here. I just don't know what we want to do yet. But while I figure that out, if you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to leave me a comment or a like. Let me know. If you guys want more, just let me know what you want down in the comments section. Check the description, guys. Discord's there. Come join me. Let me know. Yell at me there. Share me your blueprints. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what I could do better. And I'll catch you guys next time.